Hello everybody, this is Liana with Wet Noses Pet Sitting, and we are a pet sitting and dog walking company here in Northern Colorado, and thanks for joining us today. So as part of our pet tip series, we are here talking to Claire with the Pet Honor Society today. I'm so thankful that you were able to join me.
I am very excited to join you.
So can you tell me a little bit about what you do?
I am certified in pet loss and grief companioning.
Okay.
So I kind of help people through the senior stages into end of life, into grief support, and that whole process. It's a very tough process, and there isn't a lot of people out there that assist through that, and so I wanted to fill that void.
And this is great because this is very unique. You know, I have not met anybody else that does what you are doing, so this is fantastic.
We are a new breed.
It's wonderful and greatly needed, I think. I think
I agree.
This is really awesome. So, question is, what is the one thing that you believe that all pet owners should know?
The one thing that I believe all pet owners should know is that you should know your options in advance so that you're able to make good decisions instead of making hasty decisions in the midst of your grief, because those are never the best kind.
Definitely not.
I believe that knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better prepared you are, the better decisions, the easier the flow is going to go in a very traumatizing time for you. Mm-hmm. So one of the things is, what would you like your pet's passing to look like?
Sure. Okay.
That's a good question to just start yourself thinking about. Do you want to go with, well, everybody wants them to go with just passing peacefully in their sleep.
Absolutely.
And for humans and pets alike, it doesn't always work that way, and most times it doesn't. So what are the other alternatives? You can go for a natural death, and so you need to kind of think about your options with that. Do you have the ability to care for those pets at home? Do you need to bring somebody in, like you? Yep. You do some of the work.
Which we do, a lot of that, yes.
What's the stress on your family going to be like? Is this going to be a prolonged period of illness? Is it going to happen quickly? You need to kind of know those options. Are you going to be able to manage your pet's pain if they're in pain? Are you comfortable giving injections? Do you need home hospice to come in and assist you with those types of things, just to keep your pet comfortable in their final days? So those are some of the natural death options you need to think about. There's also the euthanasia end.
Yes.
One of the toughest things people say is, how do I know it's time?
Yes.
Well, some people say, like, your pet will let you know. But what if your pet doesn't let you know?
Yeah.
There is things called quality of life scales that are available. I have one in front of me now. It's just a simple calendar, and maybe each family member, maybe the ones that spend the most time with the pet, put a smiley face or a frown face on the calendar each day, and at the end of the month, you add up. How many smiles do I have? How many frowns do I have? Are the good days outweighing the bad days?
That's an amazing idea.
That is an amazing idea. So that's one option. And then another option is actually a scoring tool. This is put out by Lap of Love. And it asks questions like, is my pet drinking? Is my pet eating? Is my pet in pain? Is my pet having mobility issues? Is my pet still interested in playing with their toys? Are they hiding from us because they don't feel good? Are they snapping at us because they don't feel good?
Okay.
Do they still want to go for walks or rides in the car or do any of the things that they like to do? And depending on how they score on that, if they score really low, you're probably in a good place so far. Don't consider euthanasia at that point. If they score in the middle, it might be some time for some medical intervention, like pain management, like hospice. It's kind of questionable, but consult with your veterinarian and see what are the things we can do to help out, buy us a little bit more time.
So you can walk people through these types of things so that they aren't doing this alone.
Yes,
they can
absolutely. We can talk about it. We can consult with it. And then if they're scoring really high on the scale, their quality of life is a definite concern. And this is a time that you need to start preparing yourself emotionally, financially. You know, we're coming there. Definitely now, how is this going to look? And so then when the natural death or the euthanasia occurs, what do you want to do for body care for your animal? You want to do something respectful. There are burial options in Northern Colorado that I never knew about. A lot of vets just say, do you want your pet cremated? Do you want the ashes back? Do you want a paw print?
Yeah, those are the standard questions.
That's not burial, but you can do that. In some places, there are laws that have to be followed. You have Cremation also. There is flame cremation, which is traditional cremation. We have 2 crematories here in northern Colorado. And then there's aquamation, which is a new type of cremation. It's not based on flame, it's water-based. So it's an accelerated natural decomposition of the body. And it leaves a lesser footprint on the environment, is how it's advertised to be. So those who are environmentally conscious
That's fascinating.
can go that route. And you do get about 20% more ashes back with that method.
Interesting.
So those are some of the things, and when you do go with cremation, you want to be sure there's 3 types. You can have private, you can have partitioned, or you can have communal.
Okay, so you can walk people through all those options.
Right.
And so that's something they should know in advance, because after you've euthanized your pet, you're not going to be wanting to be thinking of all these different options and making sure you have the right
Correct.
choice or the right facility. Or
You just want to implement the plan.
yes, yes, it's a hard enough day as it is without having to think about all those things.
Absolutely. So then there are things like keepsakes that we have behind us. Did you want to get your pet a nice engraved urn? Did you want to get glass cremation art, which is here over your head? That uses about a tablespoon of your pet's ashes, and it gets incorporated into a custom-made piece of glass, which is great. There's 3D laser crystals, which you can take your favorite photo and have that engraved into a laser crystal. A piece of crystal, and there's a light base on there, which makes them nice, or just a host of other types of memorial items that you can do. And then the last piece is going to be grief support. Do you have a support system? A lot of times the death of a pet is not recognized as much as the death of a human.
Absolutely.
Somebody will say, hey, your pet died 3 days ago. Why are you still crying? Get over it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes the death of a pet is harder than the death of a human being. These little guys are dependent on us for their every single need.
Yes.
And that leaves a big gaping hole in our lives. This is going to rock our worlds, and how do we get through that? So I offer grief support on a short-term basis, and a lot of times just acknowledgement that your feelings are legitimate, they're normal, they're real. You know, it's like any other death you're going to encounter. It's going to take time.
Yes.
You have to do the mourning work to get over things. There are a bunch of online support groups now, like if you go on Facebook and just Google pet loss support, come up with a bunch of groups, and those are very supportive there. And then there's 2 books that I like. One is by Dr. Alan Wolfelt. It's called When Your Pet Dies, A Guide to Mourning, Remembering, and Healing. And this is a great
That's a
book.
fantastic book.
And Dr. Wolfelt is right here in Fort Collins, Colorado. He has the Center for Loss and Life Transition. He's like the master in grief, both human, pets, anything. So if you read anything by him,
It's amazing.
it will help you.
Yes.
And then also the woman who trained me is Colleen Ellis, and she has a book called Pet Parents, and it says A Journey Through Unconditional Love and Grief. So this is another good resource, and she was trained by him. So you either one of these books, you kind of get him
That's wonderful.
in different ways. So there's just so many different options, and people don't know what these options are. So I'm out here trying to educate people on what they are, how to implement them, how to make the right choices. And
The key is just following or learning in advance and figuring out exactly what you need to know
Yeah.
before you really need to use it. And
key to it all is knowledge is power. Just know your options. It's not a subject that anybody ever wants to think about, talk about, or experience. But yet if you have pets, likely you will go through this multiple times in your life.
unfortunately,
So you may as well have the information that you need in order to help you and your pets through it the easiest way possible.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
Thank
you for all the information.
You're very welcome.
So if people want to find out about you, how can they either reach you or find out more?
My name is Claire Preston. My phone number is 970-631-7320. You can text me or call me on that. That's my cell. I have a website that's at www.pethonorsociety.com, or
Okay.
my email address is pethonorsociety@gmail.com, or I have a Facebook page for Pet Honor Society.
Wonderful. And this will all be in the notes below. So
Perfect.
that is wonderful information. So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more stuff like this, definitely follow us or like this, and you can see more information as we go through our series. And there are information in the comments and stuff below, so definitely take a look at that. Thanks, guys.